This is the QTV Nightly News, which is also on Q Radio 103.3 FM. And I am Mamna Bukar. Thank you for joining us. Here are the headlines. At an event presided over by President Barrow, the Skills Innovation and Entrepreneurship Fund Award ceremony awarded more than $83.8 million to beneficiary institutions. At a packed press conference today, the UDP leader Usainu Dabo confirmed his party's withdrawal from Alliance for Democratic and Development Coalition or Alliance talks. A delegation from the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry GCCI today paid a courtesy call on President Barrow at the State House in Banjul. The Gambia Press Union on Tuesday held a day engagement with security personnel from the Gambia Armed Forces and the Gambia Police Force. The main focus was on protecting the media during electoral coverage. We have an extended report on the Gambian community in Glasgow's interaction with athletes and officials on Gambia Day on the margins of the ongoing Commonwealth Games. Those were the headlines. Coming up next, the news in detail. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, MOHAST, held the Skills Innovation and Entrepreneurship Fund Award ceremony, where more than $83.8 million was awarded to beneficiary institutions under the SIE Fund. Lolem Kamara covered the event and filed this report.
The government of the Gambia has yet again reaffirmed its commitment to transforming technical and vocational education and training (TVET) through a major investment in skills development, innovation and entrepreneurship at a colorful ceremony at the Sadauda Karabajara International Conference Center. The SIE Fund forms part of the Resilience, Inclusion, Skills and Equity RISE project financed by the World Bank and is designed to strengthen the Gambia's workforce by improving access to quality technical education and supporting entrepreneurship. 25 private training institutions receive institutional improvement grants, while 18 institutions secured training grants to enroll more youth and women in labor market-driven TVET programs. The supported programs focused on priority sectors including agriculture, engineering, tourism, information and communication technology, business, and the creative and performing arts industries considered critical to the Gambia's economic transformation and employment creation. Franklin Mutahakana, the World Bank resident representative to the Gambia, reaffirmed the bank's commitment to supporting the Gambia's human capital development.
The World Bank Group is proud to support this government-led initiative through the Gambia RISE project. We commend the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology for its leadership and continued commitment to strengthening technical and vocational education and training.
Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, Marty Waibaji, a diploma student in hospitality supervision at the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, thanked the government and the World Bank for investing in young Gambians.
On behalf of my fellow beneficiaries, I wish to express our sincere, heartfelt appreciation to the government of the Gambia, to the World Bank, and to all those who work tirelessly behind the SIE project. Your investment in us is an investment in the future of our nation.
President Adama Barrow, while presenting the grant checks to beneficiary institutions across the country with recipients including TVET centers specializing in hospitality, tourism, journalism, cosmetology, fashion design, information technology, engineering, rehabilitation services, and other technical disciplines, gave assurances of his government's commitment to youth and women's empowerment.
Young people and women across the country will gain access to practical and demand-driven skills that improve employability, productivity, and prospects for self-employment. I congratulate the beneficiary institutions on this achievement. You must remember, however, that these grants are public investments in your institution and in future of the Gambian people. Use the funds responsibly, efficiently, and strictly for the intended purposes.
The SIE Fund comes as the Gambia intensifies efforts to address youth unemployment by shifting great emphasis toward skills-based education. The SIE Fund therefore presents more than a grant program. It is a strategic investment in human capital, innovation and productivity, positioning TVET as a driver of economic diversification, private sector growth and sustainable national development. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
The United Democratic Party, UDP, through its party leader Usainu Dabo, has officially withdrawn from the coalition talks of the Alliance for Democratic and Development. The party strongly rejected a candidate-led coalition endorsing a party-lead coalition. Usman Jatta covered the party's latest press conference and filed this report.
We now have come to the very regrettable and unavoidable decision that we are pulling out of the ADD coalition initiative. There are other coalition initiatives, and we are very much part of that initiative. We will continue to participate in the discussions.
That was Usainu A.N.M. Dabo, party leader of the UDP, at a press conference today, Tuesday, confirming the party's withdrawal from coalition talks of the Alliance for Democracy and Development. As political parties position themselves ahead of the Gambia's 2026 presidential election, efforts to form a united opposition have suffered another major setback. The country's largest opposition party, the United Democratic Party, has officially withdrawn from the coalition negotiations, rejecting a candidate-led agreement in favor of what its preferred option of a party-led alliance rooted in established political structures and constitutional principles.
We, of course, have advanced that the model throughout the world, universally accepted model, is that pre-election alliances are built around the party with the largest membership in the country. We have shown that since 1996, UDP has been the dominant opposition party in this country. There is no dispute about that. And we have consistently been advocates of alliances in this country. So we have never really given our back to a united front that is intended to remove the incumbent, but not only to remove the incumbent, but also to ensure that the system is put in place that really the Gambian people really are yearning for.
The United Democratic Party also questioned the fairness of the ARD coalition leadership eligibility.
Having mayors, councillors, we want to put them at the same level as a CSO or a political movement that was just formed in 2026. We want to put them on the same level. Is that fairness? We believe we want to have an alliance, but an alliance that is built on fairness, an alliance that is built on honesty, an alliance that truly reflects the democratic values of our country, an alliance that recognizes the strength of political parties.
The United Democratic Party says they have learned from past failed alliances. The party says it remains open to future dialogue, but insists any alliance must respect party structures, constitutional principles, and equitable power sharing.
With the 2026 presidential election drawing closer, the battle for the State House is increasingly being shaped not only by who leads the parties, but also whether the opposition is willing to bridge their differences to form a united front.
Usman Jatta, QTV News.
A delegation from the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, GCCI, today paid a courtesy call on President Barrow at the State House in Banjul. Following the meeting, GCCI President Njundu Fati spoke to the media. Here's an excerpt.
We have paid a courtesy call to HE, the Excellency, to discuss issues affecting the Gambian private sector, to discuss challenges that we are having as a country, particularly the businesses. And it is quite encouraging that His Excellency has committed, and he has given us all the encouragement that as far as the government of the Gambia is concerned, the private sector is indeed the engine of development. The private sector is the taxpayers. The private sector are the people who are creating employment. And he has assured us that GCCI and the Gambian private sector is indeed a partner to the government of the Gambia under his leadership.
Now, as the Gambia prepares for the 2026-27 electoral cycle, the Gambia Press Union on Tuesday held a day engagement with security personnel from the Gambia Armed Forces and the Gambia Police Force. The main focus was on protecting the media during such times. Jacqueline Coley attended the engagement and she tells us more.
Election periods often present heightened risks for media practitioners, including intimidation, harassment, restricted access to information, physical attacks, and increasing digital threats. In a democracy, ensuring journalists can carry out their work freely and safely is therefore essential to promoting transparency, accountability, and public trust in the electoral process. With this in mind, the Gambia Press Union, through its IFEX-supported project, Enhancing Physical and Digital Safety of Journalists in the Gambia, conveyed a one-day roundtable bringing together officers of the Gambia Police Force and the Gambia Armed Forces. As well as focusing on the safety of journalists during elections, it also addressed the role of the police in elections and the role of the military in supporting peaceful electoral process within the limits of the law. Modu Eschuf, the GPU's Secretary General, says the engagement is significant as it will help the security personnel to help promote press freedom and create a conducive environment for journalists to do their work without fear.
The forum is therefore organized to ensure the protection of journalists and other media workers and to create an enabling environment for journalists to carry out their professional duties without fear of harassment, intimidation, obstruction, or physical attacks from electoral stakeholders, and that includes law enforcement agencies and political actors.
Ibrahim Abba, the Assistant Inspector General of Police Administration, addressed the importance of such dialogue between the GPU and the security forces.
I wish to assure the media that the Gambia Police Force recognizes and respects the important role journalists play in our democracy. We expect our officers to engage media practitioners professionally and to facilitate their lawful work whenever operational circumstances permit. Today's engagement is particularly important because it allows us to better understand each other's role and responsibilities before situations arise in the field. A journalist covering a police operation has responsibilities. A police officer managing public order also has responsibilities. Mutual respect, communication, and cooperation are essential if both institutions are to perform their respective roles effectively.
Here is Colonel Lamin K. Sanyang, the Gambia Armed Forces Director of Press and Communication.
As December gets closer, GAF, in concerted efforts with other security services, will work towards creating the much-needed safe and secure environment for the peaceful conduct of the forthcoming presidential elections.
The roundtable is part of ongoing efforts by the Gambia Press Union and its partners to enhance the physical and digital safety of journalists and strengthen cooperation with key state institutions as the country moves closer to another important democratic exercise, with the presidential elections to be followed by National Assembly elections in April 2027. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jacqueline Coley.
A report by Jacqueline Coley will take us on a commercial break. When we return, we have more national news stories. Do stay tuned.
In today's world, speed matters, but slow internet can hold you back. Now, the future of connectivity has arrived in the Gambia. QCell's Q-Fiber, ultra-fast, ultra-reliable internet designed for the way you live. Stream your favorite shows without buffering. Power your business with seamless video calls. Study, work, and play online like never before. From homes to businesses, QCell Fiber is connecting the Gambia to the future. QCell's Q-Fiber. Get connected today. Call 145 or 300-3779. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV News and I am Mamna Bukar. Now on to the rest of our stories. Yesterday, we brought you a snippet about this, and today we bring a fuller report. The Gambians in Scotland Community Association mingled with Gambian athletes and officials on Gambian Day as part of events organized to bring the diaspora community in Glasgow closer to Team Gambia as they compete in Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games. Our sports reporter, Mamudu Gajaga, was there and he now reports.
Celebrating Gambianness through music and some cultural displays brought great joy to Gambians in Glasgow, as it allowed them to meet and to interact with their athletes, some of whom they had only watched on TV, social media or heard reports about. Amongst the athletes at the Gambia event were Gina Mariam Bass Bite, Ibrahima Kamara, Aliou Diouf, Aissatou Sy, Nyimansata Jawne, Siré Sane, Osman Job and Pape D. Jonga. Lamin Sane, president of the Gambians in Scotland Community Association, welcomes the athletes and officials.
Glasgow is a city of diverse. We have different people that stays here, and it's a very welcoming place that everybody sees themselves in. So I know you being here today, feel comfortable, feel happy, and know that the Gambian community here are all behind you.
Officials in attendance included Bakary Y. Baje, the Minister of Youth and Sports, Her Excellency Fatou Bensouda, Gambia's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, and Bai Doudou Jallow, President of the Gambian National Olympic Committee. All addressed the crowd, reaffirming the importance of diaspora support as the country prepares for the global stage.
To call on all of you, because today we represent government here. The government of the Gambia, the people of the Gambia are eager to have you come home, not to stay if you don't want, but to do something that can contribute towards the development of the country.
To the Gambian athletes who are present here today, I say this: we are proud of you. We are proud of your commitment. Compete with integrity, respect your opponents, honor your coaches, families, and all those who support you.
Commonwealth Sports The Gambia is committed to working closely with the Gambian communities in the diaspora to identify talented athletes and connect them with the respective national sports federation in the Gambia.
For athletes, it was a timely reminder that they do not compete alone. Behind every sprint, swim and kick stands a nation, and in Glasgow, that now feels closer than ever. For the Gambian community in Glasgow, it was an opportunity to convey their love and support to the athletes as they wear the national colours with pride. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News, Glasgow, Scotland.
Officials from the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and the Gambia Tourism Board have returned from a week-long outreach mission to Dakar, Senegal. During the visit, officials explored common challenges, unlock new opportunities and foster stronger partnerships that will benefit our respective tourism industries. Nolem Kamara reports.
The delegation, led by the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Amin Jaijuf, brought together senior public and private sector tourism stakeholders from both countries to explore practical solutions to shared challenges and identify new opportunities for growth. One of the mission's key engagements was with Air Senegal, where discussions centered on improving air connectivity between Banjul and Dakar. Stakeholders raised concerns over flight disruptions, customer service, communication with passengers, and ticket pricing, while also advocating for the domestication of the Banjul route to enhance efficiency and passenger experience. Air Senegal acknowledged the concerns and pledged to work with stakeholders on practical improvements. The delegation also met with Senegal's tourism private sector, tourist guides, SHODIP, the agency managing major tourism infrastructure, and the Senegalese Tourism Promotion Agency. Discussions focused on strengthening business partnerships, destination development, joint marketing campaigns, investment opportunities, and improving visitor experiences across both countries. A major outcome of the mission came during a courtesy call on Senegal's Ministry of Tourism, where both countries agreed to establish a joint tourism technical committee, which will oversee the implementation of agreements reached during the mission, coordinate future initiatives, and strengthen long-term cooperation. The outreach mission reflects the shared commitment of the Gambia and Senegal to position the Senegambia region as a competitive tourism destination, improve regional connectivity, attract more visitors, and use tourism as a driver of economic growth, investment, and regional integration. For QTV News, Loliam Kamara.
The National People's Party, NPP, has initiated discussions with an international youth development platform aimed at creating more opportunities for Gambian youth and women through entrepreneurship, innovation, education, and international collaboration. This story by Jacqueline Kuli is narrated by Aliou Sisi.
The engagement brought together officials of the NPP, the International Alliance for Hope and Development, and representatives of El Talenton, an international platform dedicated to promoting youth talent, entrepreneurship, research, innovation, and scholarship opportunities to study in Spain. According to both parties, the proposed agreement seeks to strengthen collaboration in key areas, including entrepreneurship, skills development, research, innovation, international networking, and sustainable socio-economic development. Here is Sidi Askenjai, the deputy spokesperson of the National People's Party.
The President and the National People's Party, our primary objective as a social democrat is to usher in an unprecedented infrastructural development. And you cannot do that in the absence of women and youths. You must emancipate their mental thinking. You must build their capacity.
The meeting forms part of efforts to establish a strategic partnership between the National People's Party, the International Alliance for Hope and Development, and El Talenton through the signing of a memorandum of understanding. The NPP's Administrative Secretary, Sidi Sise, highlights the significance of the partnership.
This partnership is not about politics alone. It's about people. It's about empowering youths with skills to succeed, helping women to become strong economic actors, and building the bridge between the Gambia, Senegal, Spain that will create a lasting opportunity.
Representatives from the AIED and El Talenton expressed their commitment to supporting Gambian youth through international partnerships that promote talent, innovation, research, and entrepreneurship. They said the platform aims to connect young Gambians with global opportunities, including scholarships to study in Spain, mentorship, and international networks that will enable them to develop their potential and contribute to their communities. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Sise.
The report brings us to the end of this bulletin, but before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. At an event presided over by President Barrow, the Skills Innovation and Entrepreneurship Fund Award ceremony awarded more than $83.8 million to beneficiary institutions. At a packed press conference today, the UDP leader Ousainou Darboe confirmed his party's withdrawal from Alliance for Democratic and Development ADD coalition or alliance talks. A delegation from the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, GCCI, today paid a courtesy call on President Barrow at the State House in Banjul. The Gambia Press Union on Tuesday held a day engagement with security personnel from the Gambia Armed Forces and the Gambia Police Force. The main focus was on protecting the media during electoral coverage. We had an extended report on the Gambian community in Glasgow's interaction with athletes and officials on Gambia Day on the margins of the ongoing Commonwealth Games. That's all for this bulletin. Join us tonight at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Thank you for watching.